So, as I say, a key challenge for us at the moment, there's no point pretending, we all know the economic situation. I've been saying to colleagues over the past few days, when we sat down a few months ago saying, wouldn't it be good to have an event looking at the issues around emotional health and well-being, looking at how young people develop resilience, looking at our roles within that. Let's be positive, let's look towards recovery, whether it's for ourselves, whether it's for young people, whether it's for society. It is about clearly looking towards recovery. But sometimes that's quite hard to do when you're also aware that reality is kicking in, as we know. Public service cuts are there for all of us to have to work with, and that's the reality. So there's no point just burying our heads in the sand and pretending or wishing it for it to be different. We have to do something about that. So for a key challenge for us as Young Devon over the next year is to find ways of maintaining the pledge to those young people in need of housing and support, that they'll still be able to access that and still get a level of support that means that they don't just come back into the system again, but with a greater level of need because they haven't yet found a way of actually maintaining themselves into a point where they're confidently surviving as independent young people, young adults. However, a key feature of Young Devon is beyond the presenting issue or crisis, whether it is homelessness or coping with a loss or needing advice or an advocate. We also offer a range of pathways that move young people to a place where they can realise their full potential as individuals, as part of the family, as members of society, so that their inner resilience continues to grow well into adulthood, so they have the capacity to look after themselves and so also then be able to help others as and when the need arises. There has been no better time for an event like Towards Recovery. Whilst financial uncertainty dents the confidence of every one of us, levels anxiety rises in our own workforce and for our partners. We must look around and find new ways to support each other, build new relationships and creative ways of working together, so our recovery mirrors that which we would wish for the young people we work for. Recognition is a key part of my message today. Recognition that the big society vision is one that Young Devon is and always has been keen to promote. As citizens set forward to join the task force tackling some of the most challenging issues of our communities, they too will require support and investment so they are able to step up to the job. Currently, Young Devon supports over 300 individuals as volunteers, whether as supported lodgings hosts, counsellors, as Keith has already mentioned, advocates, mentors, youth workers, life coaches and trustees. Thank you, trustees, for being here, protecting the values of the organisation, helping to ensure that we remain true to what we believe in as a charity, because sometimes it's quite easy to wave down pathways which actually we need to keep on remaining strong, to remain focused on. And of course, in addition, many of these citizens are young people themselves, who also volunteer tirelessly day after day to improve the emotional well-being of their peers, bringing the big society vision to life. Let us not forget also those young people who volunteer every day of their lives to look after someone else who they care for. It's been on the news, hasn't it, a couple of days ago. They reckon about an extra 400% of young people that we currently know as young carers also are caring for people. And clearly the demands, the strain and the invisibility of some of their struggles is there for all to read and to hear about. So it's critical that we don't forget that group, particularly in times when we're having to all make difficult decisions about prioritisation and their need for ongoing support. So today it's vital to recognise that when we talk about recovery and resilience, we cannot successfully focus on meeting the needs of young people unless we also focus on the needs of our own workforce, who are our greatest resource. One of the traditions of Young Devon has always been to create pathways for those young people, for whatever reason, have reached a point where they want to go and work full-time with children and young people. So it's particularly heartening to know that currently, despite all the negativity around the doom and gloom around the economy, we're currently working with Devon County, with Torbay Borough, in supporting 25 individuals in studying either advanced apprenticeships or foundation degrees to go on and become youth workers or youth support workers or children's workers, whatever the particular pathway they choose. Many of those 25 are young people as well. And a number of those young people are also people that a few years ago might well have been service users. In fact, they were service users. So that transition for them and that pathway to employment, and employment that they feel passionate about, is clearly a key thing that we've always been keen to support.